Although TikTok can sometimes be pretty helpful for everyday life hacks, it can also be severely brain damaging when accounts such as 5-Minute Crafts post the most stupid videos on the platform. However, the other day I was scrolling through TikTok when I somehow found an account who posts even worse life hacks that were so useless that my dingaling started crying and shriveled back up into its shell like a hermit crab. Okay, let's start with the most viewed one of all time, 1.9 million views. Great, what an absolute brilliant idea. So if your toothbrush is somehow broken, first of all, how does it even break like this? Like, what sort of teeth would you have to have for your toothbrush to be only missing, like, the middle bristles? Your teeth would literally have to be like this, and, like, the bristles get caught in between this tiny gap, and then that's what yanks it out of the toothbrush. But instead of using an actual proper material to replace the part over here, which is clearly made out of, you know, thin plastic fibers, your first thought is to start nailing bamboo skewers into your toothbrush. Okay, let's see how this works. Wow. Okay, yeah, of course, bro, of course you start bleeding. Like, what else would happen? So the guy started with this teeth, which, you know, ripped out the toothbrush bristles, and now he's gonna end up with this teeth, even worse. Okay, great. Brilliant. Actually, no, he's gonna end up with this. This is what's happened to him after the bamboo toothbrush. Wow. Bro, are you actually serious? What? Why would you break it? Do you not have hands? Is this guy disabled? No, he has hands. How is this guy's first thought to just shatter the plate? That plate looks expensive as well. But to be fair, it is kind of hard to pick up plates like this unless your hand is, like, kind of big. But still, you could have just, you know, like moved it off the table and, like, you know, just done a bit of a flip. Okay, yeah, do not do that. Do not do that. No. I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, that technically works. Although you could just use your hand without the duct tape. How long do you think it took this guy to set this up? To take every single strand of duct tape, double-sided tape off that thing, and then to stick it to each of his individual fingers. But why does he have 4 fingers? Is this guy a Ninja Turtle? Okay, so we're gonna be spiking our friend's drink. If something doesn't go your way, the solution is to always spike their drink. No, do not do that. Disclaimer: never spike anyone's drink. Yeah, he's gonna pass out. Oh, laxatives. What? All of that was just so that you could blow bubbles into your Coke bowl? Your fish bowl of Coke? You're not even gonna drink it. You're just gonna be blowing bubbles into it? What are you, like 5 years old? How do you find enjoyment out of blowing bubbles into this stupid fish bowl? Bro, how the frick does someone manage to conveniently drop their last Skittle into an empty Fanta can that is conveniently placed underneath your jaw where you are conveniently eating? I think the solution for this already, I can already tell the solution, is to just, like, don't eat over empty cans of Fanta. How hard is that? That's honestly, it's harder to eat directly over a can of Fanta and drop it into that hole compared to eating, like, outside of that hole. Bro, just let it go. Yeah. Bro, all of that for a single Skittle. A single Skittle. If this happened to me, I don't know whether I could be bothered going through all this. To get a drill gun to drill through it? What's a drill gun gonna do? You're just gonna drill a tiny hole that is still smaller than your mother's lasagna, but it's also smaller than the Skittle. And so nothing's gonna come out. You're not gonna, like, solve anything. If this was me, I would just throw it in the bin. Like, there's no need. Whoa. 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 What was that clip? So I think this clip is meant to represent poo coming out of someone's ass, but this is obviously, you know, an egg in someone's, like, mouth and their lips. That is insane. How do you even think of that? That is... Okay, I don't know how to feel like that. Okay. Huh? So wait, what even is the life hack here? So if you go and scare your sibling as they're taking a poo, it will be easier for them to take a poo, and then you can go and steal their poo. What are you some sort of like Minecraft villager? Are you gonna trade these 2 poos for emeralds? You better give me some emeralds. Okay, this one's the second most viewed one, 1.7 million views. Let's take a look. Oh. Bro, what was the point of that? So the hack is, if you blow your nose so much that you get snot all over the table, instead of wiping it up with I don't know, like a paper toweling or something like a regular person, we're gonna use a remote control. What even is this? This is not a forklift, is it? We're gonna use one of these machines to remove the snot so you don't have to use your hands. I mean, technically, it's not a bad idea, although it's just not practical at all. Like, this is not practical.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? Wait, was this guy doing the corn drill challenge? He was doing the corn drill challenge, but instead of a corn, he was using a Chupa Chup, a lollipop. Why can't you just use your hand instead? Like, how hard is it? I bet you do this for dinglings as well. I bet you chop off people's dinglings and you chuck them into the drill and you just let it spin and you just go. What are you doing?
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, but then that doesn't solve the issue. You still have that straw sticking out of your teeth, but now it's just a smaller straw. But first of all, how do you even get a straw stuck between your teeth? How is the gap between your teeth that big? At that point, you're just sort of making the problem worse. You're just like increasing the gap between the teeth. Can't you just easily pull it out? Like, you can just pull it out. But obviously, your father did not pull it out of your mother's lasagna, and that's why you were born. Were you a mistake? I don't know. We would have to ask your parents. Maybe they weren't wearing protection, but I mean, this is like a great condom ad. Always wear protection. Oh yeah, this one has 1.5 million views. Not this again. Oh my, the Squid Game? Oh, it was just a dream. Oh no, he pooed his pants. He pooed his pants. His pants turned brown. His pants turned brown. His pants turned brown. Run.
Oh.
Bro, if it didn't work the first time, why would you try it again? Does this guy actually have brain damage? He might have brain damage. Great, and nothing was achieved because the bottle is still closed. You've just broken this random toy's teeth. So what is the hack here? What even was hacked? Nothing was hacked. You never opened any of the bottles. This one has 1.5 million views. Okay, I thought it was gonna be worse. I thought he was going to stick the double-sided tape to his hand and then use the double-sided tape to pick up the popcorn, and like it would have glue all over it and he'd just like eat the popcorn. But I guess the easy solution is just do not wax your entire mustache off with duct tape. If you didn't do this in the first place, like nothing would happen afterwards. But also, can't you just wash your hands? Like, how hard is it to just wash your hands? If you wash your hands, everything is solved. You don't have to use your stupid chopsticks to pick up the popcorn. And these aren't even proper chopsticks. These are just 2 bamboo skewers. Wow, look at how conveniently the duct tape has wrapped itself and tied itself around that whatever, like a macaron, a lolly, a macaron. The duct tape has managed to tie itself around there to perfectly, you know, be able to be lifted. That is some insane magic from this guy. But can't you just tip it over? Like, why don't you just tip it over onto the floor and just eat it from the floor? But even with your chopsticks, like, this is the hack that I think everyone knows, like, the hack for chopsticks. If you can't pick something up with chopsticks, for example, dumplings, you have to just stab it. You stab the chopstick like into the dumpling and you just eat it like a caveman. And you can 100% do the same thing here because this is a macaron or like a candy. You can just easily like stab it through there. Oh no, okay, wait, disclaimer. This is performed by trained professionals. Do not try this at home. Do not demonetize this video, YouTube manual reviewer, and go take a shower as well, you stink. So what's the solution? Oh, okay, yep. Okay, great, okay. I mean, technically, if that actually happened, you got your hand stuck in somewhere that, like, you genuinely could not get it out of, I think the police, I mean, no, not the police, the firefighters, I think the firefighters would probably, you know, get, like, some sort of, like, angle grinder and, like, you know, just, like, cut you out of it. How many? Bro, how many? How? Bro, first of all, how does one man eat how many? 12 Kinder Surprise eggs by themselves? And second of all, why would you replace the eggs with your own poo? Out of all things you could have used real eggs. Like, you could have gone to the fridge, got 12 eggs from the fridge, and you could have replaced it, but instead you just decide to poo into them? Is this really your first thought? Is that not, you know, like some sort of like criminal offense? Right, and I bet he still ate it anyways afterwards. Like, after he woke up from the coma, he probably still ate it just to see what poo tasted like. 1.1 million views. Bro, could you not see that there was a door handle right there this entire time? You literally touched the door handle as you were cutting your shirt off. But also, couldn't you just take your shirt off and just wait for whoever is in the bathroom to finish? Or I don't think anyone is even in there. Okay, I think I may have lost a few brain cells watching that. Because first of all, why do you have some random serial killer hiding in your closet? And second of all, do you see that room? It's just a closet. He has nowhere to go except maybe that window, but I assume the window is locked. So this guy's gonna have to just chill in there for the next 8 hours until you go to sleep, and then he's just gonna have to try sneak out the house. Bro, if I was you, I'd probably just lock him into the closet. Like, I'd just lock him in there and just chuck P. Diddy in there and just let P. Diddy do his thing. Or maybe I might hop in there myself. I actually might hop into the closet with this guy, and we are going to have some fun. I'm not going to brutally diddle him, but in GTA, somebody would get diddled, and it wouldn't be me.